everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you are all having an amazing day today. My name is Lex and welcome back to some more GTA 5, where today we're going to be checking out some GTA 4 cars, as you might be able to tell from the car that I'm currently driving, and we're going to be hitting them with V-Stancer and just making some really cool builds, because in GTA 4 we never really had the option to stance cars out, and there were so many cool cars and interesting cars in GTA 4 that we never really got to modify either, because we didn't really have that option in GTA 4. Thanks to the IV pack, or the 4 pack, we can now get loads of GTA 4 cars inside of GTA 5. It's actually quite an old mod, but they're constantly updating it as well with new cars all the time, which is always exciting. And I thought I'd pick some at random and just go and hit them in V-Stancer and make some amazing builds. So that's what we're going to be doing today. But before we do, there's going to be some comments on the screen. These are comments and questions featured from the previous video, mostly comments usually. If you would like your comments featured, you can leave them in the comment section below. I'll pick some at random and feature them at the start of the next video. And don't forget, you can also follow me on Twitter, at Figureight. Links for my Twitter are in the description below. Right, so we need to find somewhere to park up so we can go ahead and hit this thing with the stick, as some people call it. Let's just go over here. Do you know what? I'm going to do it on this sidewalk. So here we are. This is the Sentinel from GTA 4, which actually looks very much like a M3 BMW. I think the old Sentinels that we had from GTA 3 also looked like the 3 Series BMW, so I guess that was just there moving on from that. In fact, the new Sentinels do look like 3 Series. They've just always been the 3 Series BMW of the GTA world. And that's what we're going to be doing today. So, let's just go ahead. I don't think there's many tuning options for this one, so this might be quite quick. So we're just going to menus, customs. Oh, we do actually have some stuff. Oh, interesting. Okay, actually, I'm going to change the colour first, because it's a little bit dark, and I'd like to be able to see more of the car. Yeah, let's just go for the blue with the bright orange. Just a little bit of a weird flip to it. So, let's just go ahead and go up here. What have we got? So, let's do the wheels last. We've got a spoiler. So, we have the stock spoiler, which is just nothing. Then we have the STD spoiler. Oh dear, this is... oh, the Sentinel tuning division. Okay, but that definitely looks like some sort of STI logo, which doesn't really fit the fact this is a BMW. Then we have the Carbon Wing 2, GT Wing, and Drift Wing. These are all a little bit too much for what I was expecting. And actually, I've just noticed... hang on, let me just pick one of these. Let's just go... should we just go for the stock spoiler, because I'm not really feeling any of those. I just want to look at this. This is a detail I don't think I've ever seen before. People actually come and sit on the edge and eat their lunch on the construction sites? There's more people. I had no idea they did this. I love how just even after all these years, there's still something that I noticed that I think, what the hell? That is awesome. Right, okay, let's get back to this. So moving on to the chassis then, we have a bunch of roll cage stuff, and actually now I'm starting to think that maybe we should have this as sort of like a race stance looking thing. You know like the show cars where they make them look like race cars, but then they stance them out or whatever. So maybe we'll do that actually. What about the GT wing? It's kind of big, but it might work. I'm actually sort of thinking of like the M3 from, I think it was Need for Speed Most Wanted. But now that I've said that, those of you that are more knowledgeable about the game than I am, you're probably going to have a go at me because it's not very accurate. So, oh dear, I've already said it now. Too late. Should we just go for... let's just go for the Drift Wing. Why not? Then we go for the chassis. We're just going to go for... let's just look for each one. So we have the half cage. Then we have the dash dodger that goes around the dash. Then we have the padded dash dodger. Then we have the full cage that actually goes through the dashboard. And then we have the padded version. I'm actually going to go for the padded version of the Dash Dodger. That's actually quite hard to say sometimes. Just because I think that looks cooler, and it's just a lot easier to put in, and yeah, I'll go for that one instead of intruding on the dashboard. On the grill, we can have the stock grill, we can have the intercooler with fans, which is just down there, you can't see it that much, or we have the monster intercooler. Well, that actually completely changes that whole bit at the bottom there, doesn't it? Mind you, it already has quite a large intercooler anyway, so I might just go for the ones with the fans. I'm just going to go for the ones with the fans. Then on the hood, we have the stock, and then we have the vented hood. Oh, it's just some extra bits stuck on the top. That's not really what I was thinking. It's not really my style, so I'm just going to go for stock on that one. Then on the roof, we have rear louvers. I like rear louvers. Oh, that actually changes the exhausts as well. I've just noticed. Well, that's an interesting look. I'm not 100% sold on it, but do you know what? That's really different, and we definitely didn't have these options inside of GTA 4, especially not that I remember. So I'm going to go for that just because it's different. I do want to say that this is probably a terrible place to park because everyone's talking on their phones and they're really loud. And then apart from that, it's just engine, brakes, transmission, suspension, everything else. So actually, that's that bit done. What have we got in extras? We've got just a couple. Oh yeah, extra 10. This is going to be a drink in the drinks holder right there. And then 12, this is going to be a different drink in a different drinks holder. Right, so that's all that bit done. I don't think there are any liveries or anything. I'm just going to move down here just so there's better lighting, because the lighting's just not that great over there. So let's just go ahead and double check that that's everything. Oh, there are some more stuff here. Oh, that was a good shout, because I almost missed that. So there's all the bobbleheads. We won't go for that. Dash. This actually has different dashes, and in fact whole interiors by the looks of things. So we have the street interior. This completely strips that out. Then we have the semi-stripped. I think this is just the interior, not the seats. Yeah, okay. Then we have the race dash, carbon dash, and then the flocked dash. I'm going to go for the carbon dash, although it does get rid of the gear stick. That's kind of weird. Let's just go for the race dash then. So there's that interior. Then we can have the dials. We can have mount. Oh my god. There are loads of tuning options for this. I tell you what, this is the one thing that you miss. When there's a huge pack of cars like this, sometimes you miss the ones that are tunable, and you're only going to find them when you end up like picking a random one and start modifying it. Oh my god, we can have all of this going on down there as well. Oh my god, I want to go for this one. That looks kind of cool. I like that. Then on the seats, we have the stocks, and then we have a bunch of the racing seats. I might just go for, I don't know, they all look pretty cool. Carbon race seats, that's a bit too much. Maybe the ballistic fiber ones like that with the ballistic fiber on the back. That's cool. And then we got all this, like all the fuel cell and stuff in the back as well. Oh my god, that is great. That is proper race car style now. Then we have different steering wheel options. We can get rid of that one. Try and get rid of Michael's face there. There we go. We can go for something like the Apex Basic or the Professional. Actually, the Professional goes with this dashboard because it does look quite professional. So at least it looks well made. Then on the engine block, we can actually change all of that. Oh my god. So we have the stock engine, which actually really does not look like it lives in this car. Then we have this one. This pretty much looks like the Sultan RS engine. Pretty sure of it. I think most of these parts are just taken from the Sultan RS. I'm just going to go for the carbon valve covers on that one. On the air filters, this is going to be the cam belt cover. I want to go for a matching carbon fiber one. There we go. Or we can have the exposed pulleys. Now that is a cool look. I'm going to go for that in purple, as I'm just a big fan of purple pulleys. Then on the fittings, we have all the strut braces and stuff. I just want to go for the best one. Let's go for that nice light and racing strut brace. And then the livery. There are liveries for this one. Oh, I did have the boot open, but of course there's nothing we can fit in there. So actually, I'm going to set the pearlescent back to default. And then we're just going to go to the liveries just so we don't have anything that's going to clash. So we have the stock. We have the Wiz Mobile livery. The Piss Vasa livery. These are all definitely race car stuff. Then we have the Dense livery, the More Wanted. Ah, so this is, of course, there's the Most Wanted style livery. Then there's another one there, which we can't really see because it's in blue. Wasn't the original one blue, silver and blue? I think it was, wasn't it? Then we have another Wiz Mobile livery right there. Right, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go for this, the other one that doesn't have, like, all the surround bit on it, because that looks kind of weird. And then I'm going to change the colour to silver so we can make this look a bit more like the Most Wanted M3. And there we are, look. There is metallic silver M3 right there. I mean, it does look like a cheap sort of knockoff because, of course, this isn't actually an M3. But there you go. That is definitely the livery that you get from the M3 from Most Wanted. That's pretty cool. Although I've got to be honest, it doesn't look that great. Really, when we have it like this, it doesn't have the same effect, in my opinion. So I'm actually going to go for the stock livery, and actually, I really like it in silver now. Yeah, I like that metallic silver better than the blue. So I'm going to make this one look quite plain, but it's a nice color. So I'm going to go for it. So now it's just a case of picking the wheels and doing the stance. So let's go for sport and chrome rims and see what we've got down here. Oh. These first ones instantly look amazing on this car. And by the way, I should point out I am using the law-friendly wheels mod. That is why we got all these non-named wheels on here. Oh my god, these all look really nice. Actually, I'm not sure about that one on this one, but yeah. Most of these look really nice on this car. Well, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and pick those first ones that I saw because I think they look perfect for this car. So, now that we've done that, we can now go to V-Stancer. And let's just go ahead and do the rear first. Let's go to suspension menu. Let's go to... In fact, let's just not sort out... Should we get like a tiny bit of camber, but let's not make this one too stanced. But this is supposed to be a stance cars video, so actually, yeah, let's do the whole stance thing if we're going to do that. This is going to be a video where I am going to stance cars with the camber and everything else because, well, that's the point of the video. I'm not going to do these ones like exactly as I would own them in real life. We're just going to go ahead and do it to that style. So there's that one moved down. I'm going to move the track width out just a little bit. Actually, these are kind of... Yeah, this one's not going to match as well as I thought it might. I was hoping to get like a bit of flush, like have like the rim sticking out but not the tyre. But I don't think that's going to happen unless we get some really insane camber going on. So that might have to be quite a simple one. Maybe if we just don't slam it too much, we won't have that problem. So I've got it down to about there. I can get it down to about that height on the rear before it starts getting crazy. Then on the front, get a tiny bit of camber, bit of track width, and then just drop that height down right there, and then actually just knock that in a little bit. Yeah, it's sort of glitching through on that front bit. As you can see there, we have to sort of get the wheel, like, move it slightly. Yeah, we have to get to a light there for it to not glitch through the bumper and the wings, so, yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit of stance to that. It's lowered. But I think that the arches and just the position makes this not exactly perfect for the perfect stance, but I still think that looks pretty nice. And it's in nice simple colours, nothing too crazy. Right, so I would say that's the Sentinel done. I'm not 100% sure on it. You guys are going to have to let me know. You're probably going to think it's a bit crap. I'm not completely sold on it, as I've pointed out. But that's that one done in its current iteration. Whoop, let's move on to the next car. And I've gone for something completely different. I have gone for the Rebler. I have no clue what company makes the Rebler. Oh, it's an Ubermacht. So actually we've gone 2 Ubermachts in a row. This is apparently the Ubermacht Rebler. It is a really weird looking vehicle. It's supposed to be an SUV, but it looks really thin. Sort of just looks like a minivan. But it's got really big wheels on it, so I think this might be a complete candidate to be a pimp wagon. So, actually, this is not a bad place to tune it. We're just going to put just right here. That's fine. So, let's go to menus, customs, and this does actually have tuning options again. How do these have tuning options that I've never seen before? So, we have the stock rear bumper, then we have the custom rear bumper. That's just going to give us a nice little body kit going on there. Then, on the front bumper, we have the stock. Then we have that with just a little bit of a splitter thing going on, just a little lip. Then I assume we're just going to have the matching skirts. We've just got like a whole decked out version of this. This is kind of weird. I was not expecting to find that. Then on the exhaust, we have the performance exhausts right there. And then it's just a case of engine tuning and all that sort of stuff. We're going to leave that completely stock. Onto colours then, and I'm actually thinking of getting something that really stands out because this is quite a lot of body panel when it comes to this car. There's just a lot of colour to see because it's just a lot bigger, and I think we should go for something that just really stands out as like a complete, like a show car or something. Sort of the thing that you would expect to like have the back or like with a walled out speaker system, and it's like some sort of like promotional car for a company. And they've just got like a really loud looking SUV slash minivan. Candy red. I'm liking the look of candy red, actually. For this one. I tell you, it's a very weird looking vehicle though, isn't it? This front, just it looks kind of squashed in. On the extras, there is actually a spoiler, which it already came with. So I guess we'll stick with the spoiler as well. And there's nothing in Benny's Lowrider mods. There's no liveries or anything like that. So this has got a wheels. And I'm going to go for SUV wheels this time and see if we can't get something completely pimp. I mean, that's not even chrome, but... Okay, some of these are kind of weird. These are definitely not. Why are these so small for SUV wheels? Where's all the big stuff? Okay, some of these are just not as exciting as I was expecting. As when it comes to SUV wheels. So I might go for the high-end stuff instead. Okay, this is going to be the sort of like blingy sort of look that I'm going for, I think. Okay, these wheels are a really weird design. I think that might be a bit too much, but these wheels look absolutely huge on this car. Oh my god, we could even go for something like that. I mean, like, that's probably like one of the things with an SUV, because I'm sure that this design is based on some supercar somewhere. But if you actually look like modified, in fact, a lot of German cars, they have like wheels from Bentleys and everything else on them, because it's just like a cool thing, like a cool style. So actually, you see, look, again, these are like the wheels from a Zentorno, aren't they? Yeah, that's kind of interesting. In fact, if we go to wheel color right now, does that change the color of one of the spokes? Oh, it just changed the color of the whole thing. I'm wondering what will happen if I set the wheel color to candy red and start looking through these again. Aha! See, there was one, actually. Oh, in fact, these ones even have that bit in red as well. Okay, so you can even have some of those in full color or some of those in the half color with the red. Okay, this is absolutely ridiculous, but ridiculousness is the aim of the game with this video because it's all supposed to just be mad, stanced out, crazy looking cars, so I'm gonna go for that. Then on to V-Stancer then. Let's just go to suspension menu. In fact, what have we got in the other stuff again? Oh yeah, we have slam it in the visual height. We don't really need to worry about that stuff anymore because it doesn't really bug out when you lower it anymore than like it used to. So let's go to front height. Let's do the front first this time. And let's just slam this thing down. Maybe we'll go for like no poke, just slammed. Oh my god, that is truly slammed. We'll get it like that, and maybe I'll just use camber. There we go. I'll use the camber to tuck it instead of using the track width. There we go. There's the front and then the back. I'm just going to go ahead and slam that down and yeah, get a bit of camber going. Oh my god. We need to get this down a little bit lower. I could go for like flush on the floor, but I think maybe I'll have a little bit of a gap. I think that's actually pretty flush right there, because if we go to about level there, it makes the rear look lower and that makes it look kind of weird, so I want to have that higher. Like there. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. And then to get a bit more camber. Let's just go for more camber like that. And then have that sticking out as much as possible. There we go. That is another weird... I mean, the wheels look absolutely stupid, I've got to say. Maybe we'll pick a different set of wheels. Do you know what? I'm thinking of going for these ones where they're black with the red thing. And also, I just need to do a little bit of tweaking on that front stance because as you can see, the wheels are now poking through again. Let's get a suspension menu and let's get a bit more camber. There we go. That's that. Done. What an absolutely mental car this is. Actually, this one's bugging. Oh dear, it's bugging a lot. Remember when I said a minute ago that things don't bug anymore? Yeah, well, clearly I was wrong. Well, I guess the way to fix that is just knock the height up like that. Knock that height up like that. Maybe it's the camber that breaks it. No, it's just the height. Okay, then we'll just go and do the visual height. There we go. No more bugging. So, turns out we do have to use the extras as well. And there we go. I mean, we're on a bit of a bumpy road up a hill, so we are going to get some glitching through. But when it's static... Oh, yeah, in fact, yeah, there on this side. There we go. Slammed, stanced. Ridiculous. Let's move on then to another one. Okay, so we've gone for like the race car. We've gone for the crazy SUV. Now I want to go for sort of like the stanced family car. You know, like the old retro car. You know, you pick it up as your first car or your parents give you a car. But, you know, you want to be in the stance game. You want to have a cool car that you can take to a meet and everyone's going to be like, whoa. Or you're just like really trendy and you just think that, you know, this sort of stuff is cool when it's stance, which, to be honest, that's me. So, I'm going to try and stance this thing. I'm actually very excited about this one because, to be honest, I know that some of you guys, you call me a rice or whatever, which, as far as I'm concerned, just means that we have different opinions. You think, I think looks cool, looks crap, whatever. You're entitled to your opinion, that's fine. But I've got to admit that I do have a bit of a soft spot for weird cars that should never be modified or look like, you know, no one would ever think to modify them. And then someone just like sticks massive wheels on it and air suspension and all that sort of stuff and starts modifying it. That's cool to me. It's like a VIP thing. This could be like a VIP style old... I think this is like an old Escort, isn't it? An old Escort or a Taurus. I think that's what this is based on. So there's actually nothing we can do to this visually. There's no... I mean, what have we got in extras here? We've got a couple of extras which I'm pretty sure are just going to be like stuff stuck to the dashboard again. Yeah, okay. So we're not even going to bother with either of those. We're just going to keep this completely stock. So it's just going to be a case of paint, wheels, and stance. So let's just go for paints. Let's see what we've got in here. Let's go for actually something quite sort of like in the worn territory. What have we got in here? Ooh. Oh my god, I didn't realise it was two-tone. Oh. Okay, this is exciting now. I'm going to put that second colour to brown straight away. Okay, there we go. There is the brown right there. I mean, we could also go honey beige. Straw beige. Let's just go for brown and go back to primary. Let's get a worn. Let's just run through these. Oh my god. This is like a proper station wagon. We could have this in honey beige or straw beige. Oh my god, what am I doing? No, I think it's going to be off-white. I mean, actually orange. Orange and brown? I don't know. Off-white? This is a proper station wagon. This is like 80s, early 90s station wagon. And I absolutely love it. What should we go for now? In fact, what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to make this look dirty. I'm going to make this sort of like a tatty stance car. Yeah, although I think we might end up having dirt on the wheels as well. It's a shame we can't sort of like pick, like to have like clean wheels and dirty paint, but oh well. Let's just go to wheels. Let's see what we've got here in tuna this time. These all actually look really small, but I think that's going to work for this one. I reckon maybe small is going to be good because that means you can really, really stance and lower this thing out. Especially because it's got massive arches that could definitely fit wheels that are a lot bigger. Oh my god, we could go for something like the 3 spokes. Oh my god. Why does that doesn't look that off? Hang on, this actually looks kind of like a Chevy Caprice Estate from the side. Didn't they come with 3 spokes? I'm pretty sure that's what I've just had in my mind with those 3 spokes. It looks like they belong together. So actually these wheels are interesting because they look like they're off some sort of old muscle car, like a Trans Am or something like that. So that's like a good idea of like where you've taken wheels of one car and put them on another. Like something like an old Escort with Trans Am wheels and stanced, lowered. Oh my god. Or we can go like the lowrider route. What have we got down here? Okay, there's actually not much on offer. Maybe we've got muscle. What are we going to get in there? Okay, actually these wheels, even though they're not all huge, they actually look really cool on this car anyway. But none of them are really suiting it. But actually they do suit the car, but they're not going to suit the sort of crazy look I want to go for. Okay, so I've got 2 options. I'm either going to go for this old school multi-spoke style, or I'm going to go for some like really like modern look with like a 5-spoke or something. I mean something like that or that. Although no, I'm not completely sure. I'm just going to go for these old school wheels, and I'm going to go back to paint and get rid of the dirt because I just want to make it look nice and clean. Okay, so there we are. It's all nice, clean, and done. Let's go to suspension menu. I'm going to go for the rear, and I'm just going to slam this thing down as much as possible, first of all, just to see what we can get when it's completely slammed to the ground. Oh my god, this thing can really go low. This is why I think I might actually change things up and go for some sort of old school, like, smoothie wheel. Oh my god, we can really have that low, but it just goes for at the top, so we're going to have it a little bit higher. Something like there. Then on the rear, matching, just a little bit higher on the rear. Oh my god. I mean, already, that looks pretty cool. But it's making me second guess the wheel choices that I've made. Okay, I've done it again. I've gone stupid. I've gone mental. Oh boy, what have I done? I don't think anyone is going to like anything I've done in this video because I've just gone for the completely mad and insane on every build. I think you guys would probably have preferred the last wheels if you actually like any part of this mod at all. Oh man. What have I done? Although now that I'm in the sports section and I've got that red, that's not half bad. Although the red is kind of mad, but it looks nice and clean and juicy in its red color. Until I'm going to go for these, but I'm going to change the color. I'm going to make them in something like either bronze or gold. What do you guys think? I don't know what I'm asking. You're gonna let me know, but I'm going to go for gold on that. And that, I think, might be done if I might just get a little bit of camber going on with this. Let's just try this. I'm going to go for camber in the rear. In fact, there's camber on the front. What am I doing? There's camber on the front. I'm going to get that pretty mad looking. Then I'm going to bring that out. And then I'm just going to... Okay, that's going to have to go a lot higher if I want to get that looking all right. Okay, I'm going to get that to there. And then we're just going to make the rear just a little bit higher to match. And then, yeah, I think actually when we get this camera and this thing, the rear might actually look quite right, but the front's going to look a bit off. Yeah, so when I get a bit of stance and I try to get it flush with that, I mean, that's all right. But the front definitely needs to go down a bit more. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that camber off on the front, pull that in a little, and just slam the front down. So we've got it like stance on the rear and then tucked on the front. It's a bit of a novel idea, but do you know what? That's that done. And do you know what? I also need to shoot this guy because this guy is hella annoying. There, that would do. So there we go, guys, with our classic retro station wagon. This all starts out and I think is actually quite buggy because I've really slammed the hell out of this thing. Yeah, again, I'll just go back and do the visual height. There's that done. Oh, it's still bugging. Do you know what? That's going to be it because otherwise I'll be there all day tweaking it. But I would love for you guys to let me know in the comment section below which one you think is best. Maybe you like all of them, maybe you like none of them, which is probably, I think, predictably going to be the most popular option in the comment section. Or, I don't know, maybe you could tell me how you would have tuned these differently. But I think that, you know, like the theme of, you know, your parents gave you an old station wagon, but you want to start it out. Do you know what? I think that's a cool theme. I appreciate that. And I just think this car's cool anyway, because I just like old, weird cars. But that's going to be it for this video. If you've enjoyed this video, please let me know by rating, commenting, and subscribing. And if you would like to see me tune or start up a different car from the 4-pack or the IV pack mod, you can let me know in the comment section below. And maybe I'll do another couple of these, depending on how much you guys are interested, on just me starting more cars from GTA 4. We'll see how it goes. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.